Hey friends, this week we're going to work on a four-square writing activity. In your packet this week you got a four-square paper. If you could go ahead and take that out now. And we're going to go over the process, the 4 different steps to doing our four-square writing activity. You can do all of these activities at one time and complete your four-square, or you can split it up however you want. Just come back to this video and kind of refresh yourself if you need to. So let's go ahead and get started. During step 1, we're going to do 2 different things. Step 1 is going to be coming up with your topic sentence and also drawing out your pictures. The topic that we're going to use today is about school. So your topic sentence, which is going to go in the middle, will be, I love school. So when we go to write our sentence, we're going to put it in that topic sentence line. Remember what you need for a sentence. A capital letter for the very first word in the sentence. So that would be I love school. Use your best handwriting. What do we need at the end of a sentence? A punctuation mark. In this case, it would be a period. I love school. So the other part to step 1 is going to be taking each of our 4 squares and drawing out a picture showing or giving a hint as to what are different things that we like about school. So I came up with 4 things that I'm going to do on my 4 square. This is just to remind you how to complete the 4 square. If you want to do something different, that's fine. Okay, your pictures may be different than mine, and that's all right. You can do whatever you want. I really like reading groups. I love whenever we sit down and we read. So I'm going to draw a picture of a book. Okay. Remember when you're drawing, think about your shapes. Use your shapes. Okay. Remember, I am not an artist. Okay, so it's okay if you weren't either. I just want you to do your best. I do not draw very well, so we're just going to go with that. Okay. All right. In the other box, I really love to go to lunchtime, okay? So I'm going to draw a picture here, maybe of my lunch box, okay? Give it a handle here for me to carry. Let's see, maybe my juice box. You can have a straw or something coming out of the juice box, okay? Remember, you can do whatever you want. Down here in the bottom, I always loved art class. Okay, so I'm going to draw a picture maybe of, let's see, a piece of white paper, maybe a paint palette. Let me put my paintbrush right there. I love to paint. I know a lot of people in my class loved whenever the art teacher would let them paint, so maybe that's one that you also have on your 4 square. Okay, so on my very last one here, I'm going to put stem bins because I know that my class always loved to get to use the stem bins when they were done with their seat work. So I'm going to draw out just a picture here of the stem bin. I'm going to number it like I have it numbered in my classroom. So there are my stem bins, okay? So here is my complete step 1. I have my topic sentence, so I know what I'm going to be writing about, and I've written out my I've drawn out my 4 different pictures showing an illustration of the things that I like about school. We're going to move on to step 2 now. Okay, now we're ready to go on to step 2. Step 2 is going to be keywords or phrases that we're going to put at the top of each box to describe what we're looking at in the picture we drew that's going to help me later create a sentence to go along with the picture. So my first one would be I have drawn out a book because I love reading groups. I love to read. So I might put the word read, okay? So read, R-E-A-D, read. Yours may not be the same because if you didn't choose a book or reading groups, maybe you chose math, maybe you chose recess, maybe you chose PE or computer. That's fine, okay? Just create your own clue word. Here I have my lunch box and my juice box there because I know that I enjoy lunchtime. So I might write out lunch. I'm going to remember whenever I'm writing out my clue words I want to remember my vowel and consonant rules, remember my special sounds. Okay, down here at the bottom would be about art class, so I might just simply put the word art. R like in star, T, art. Okay, and then over here in my final 4 square box for step 2, stem bends. Okay, so I'm going to listen to that word in my head as I'm writing it out. St, S-T, st. Stem bends. Okay, stem bends. Now I'm going to take all of this in step 3 and create sentences to go along with my paragraph that I'm writing. Okay, so now we're going to step 3, all right? Step 3 is going to be taking the information that's on your 4 square paper and turning it into a paragraph, turning it into sentences that are together about one subject, okay? So the very first thing that you want to do is you're going to need to get out a sheet of paper. You can get something out of your spelling notebook if you'd like, or if you have other paper at your house, that's fine, okay? So let's get started with that. The first thing you want to do is take that topic sentence that we started with that's in the middle of your 4 square, and that is going to be sentence number 1, okay? It's your topic sentence. That's what's going to introduce to whoever's reading your paragraph everything that you're going to be talking about, okay? So first sentence is going to be, I love school. Remember to capitalize the first letter in your first word. I love school. Remember your handwriting. Make sure you're putting some spaces between those words. Don't scrunch them up too much, okay? I love school. Now we're going to take that first top box, okay, and we're going to use our clue word to create a sentence, all right? So it may be, I know that mine was a book because I love reading. My clue word was read. So I might put something like, reading is fun. Okay, so whenever I go and do that, I'm going to take my clue word read, I'm going to make it reading is fun. So I'm going to start here, capitalize the first letter because I'm starting a new sentence. Root word is read. Put that suffix ing to make it reading is fun. I'm remembering all of my consonant and vowel rules. I'm remembering my special sounds, suffix, prefix rules as I'm going through writing. I've got another period there to show that I'm at the end of another sentence. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my next box. I have my lunch box and my juice box there. My clue word is lunch. So what is it about lunch that I like? Okay, why is that something that I like about school? Well, I would probably say that I like to sit with my friends at lunch. It's a time that I can be social and I can visit. So my sentence may be, I like to sit with friends at lunch. Okay, so let's start our next sentence. Capital I like to sit with friends at lunch. Period, to show that I'm at the end of my next sentence. I like to sit with friends at lunch. Okay? Again, just reminding you, you may not have picked the same things as me. Mine is just an example. You go along with whatever you did on your 4 square, okay? So now let's go to the next one. In my box, it was a picture of the paper and the paint because I just love art class, okay? So we could say, the art teacher lets us paint. I know that was always my students' favorite thing about art class when they got to paint, okay? So capital T on the art teacher, root word is teach, E in leaf, so it's E-A, ch in church, E-R, that suffix at the end of the root word teach. The art teacher lets us paint. What do I need at the end of my sentence? Period, very good. The art teacher lets us paint. Awesome. All right, so now looking at my very last box, I drew a picture of the stem bends. I know that that's some of my students' favorite things. There are things in there that I love to play with. So I would have picked stem bends as well. So stem bends, So what is it about stem bends that I might like about it? What is something about stem bend that you would like? I would think that it's because you get to use your imagination. Okay, so I might put something along the lines of stem bends help me use my imagination. So we start with capital S, stem bends. That's where that clue word comes in to be helpful. Stem bends help me use my imagination. What do I need at the end of a sentence? A period. Very good. So once you have those sentences completed, we're not done with the Foursquare yet. This was only step 3. There are 4 steps in a Foursquare, okay? What I want you to do now is bring your paper to someone who can check your spelling, check your capitalization, your handwriting, and your punctuation, and they can help you correct it. Once they've corrected it, I want you to get out a brand new sheet of paper, and I want you to rewrite it, making sure that you're now using everything is spelled correctly, you have the correct punctuation, anything that needs to be capitalized is capitalized. And then, if you want, I want you to get your parent or whoever you're with to snap a picture of it and send it to me or to Miss Dupree. We'd love to see what it is that you love about school. Great job, guys. See you later.